Hi, I'm Sarika Benjamin and welcome back to my channel Benji's Home Cooking. Our India food tour continues and takes us to the state of Karnataka. And in this state of Karnataka, I visited the top hill station destinations of India called Coorg. Coorg is famous for its weather, its landscape, its scenic beauty, the mountains, the spices, the coffee plantation. Everything about this place is so beautiful, including Victorian verandas, a beautiful homestay owned by my friend Diana, where we had a short stay during our visit. Before we continue our tour, do not forget to like, share and subscribe and follow us on social media for more information and updates. Today I bring to you the recipe of Coorg style chicken curry and akki roti, a Coorg special, a recipe shared by my friend Diana who's from Coorg. For this recipe, I have taken half a kg of chicken with bone, marinated with half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of vinegar and some salt, and we'll just mix it well together and set it aside for about 20 minutes to half an hour. Meanwhile, for the masala, I have taken about 1 cup of grated coconut. I have grated the coconut in the same mixie, and to it add about a large onion that is roughly chopped, and along with the onion goes a tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste. Now instead of the paste, you could also use whole ginger and garlic and just run it into a smooth paste. To make the chicken curry, I have heated a pot and added about 4 to 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can decide the quantity of oil and add whole spices, 3 cardamoms, 3 cloves and a piece of cinnamon. Once it crackles, add tomato puree. For this tomato puree, all I have done is taken 2 medium-sized tomatoes, chopped it into pieces and run it into a mixie jar till it is a smooth paste. Add salt and let it cook for about a minute. Once the oil starts leaving the side, we will add our coconut, onion and ginger garlic paste masala to this and give it a quick mix and saute it till the masala is all well cooked. We will cook the masala on a medium-high flame so that it doesn't burn, and keep stirring it frequently. And once it all comes together, we will add our dry spices. In the spice powders, I have taken 1 heaped spoon of coriander powder. This is the regular spoon in our kitchen. About 1.5 spoon of Kashmiri chili powder. This is basically for the color. A teaspoon of chili powder for the spice taste, and half a teaspoon of garam masala powder. Now the spices can be adjusted according to your taste. Give it a nice mix and let it cook for about a minute till all the raw smell leaves and the masala comes together well. Once it is done, we'll add the marinated chicken. The vinegar in the chicken gives the chicken a nice tangy taste and also helps the chicken to tenderize. So once you saute the chicken on high flame for about a minute, add about 2 cups of water or according to the thickness that you would like your gravy to be, and add some salt to taste. Mix it well, keep a lid and let it cook on a low heat for about 20 minutes. While the chicken is being cooked, we'll prepare for the akki roti. Here I have taken 2 cups of cooked rice and 1 cup of rice flour or akki flour, which is of a fine variety. This recipe is very easy and works fine when you have excess rice left over in the fridge. So all you need to do is put the rice into a mixie jar, add some salt and the measured 1 cup rice flour to it and run it till it all comes together as a soft dough. You can see the rice and the flour has come together and it is clumped up all together like a dough. Now you will see small freckles of rice and that's how it's supposed to be. So just add another half cup of rice flour to it and knead it into a soft dough. While kneading, you will have to just splash a little bit of water every now and then according to the requirement, and bring it together like you would any chapati dough, made out of wheat flour. So this is very simple, and whenever you have excess rice and you don't know what to do, akki roti is the best option and they are extremely delicious. So you can see the dough is all coming together. I've used very little water and it's nice and soft. You can see the dough has come together well, it's nice and soft, and we'll just rest it for 10 minutes before rolling it. So after 10 minutes of resting time, we'll start rolling the rotis. So these akki rotis basically translate as rice rotis. So just pinch a handful of dough and roll it into a nice smooth ball. I've got about 8 rotis from this proportion. So just roll them like any other rotis that you would roll from atta or our chapati dough. The technique of rolling the roti remains the same. You can actually check my fulka roti recipe video for more details on that. So once the roti is rolled up, you are ready to roast. One thing I have observed about akki roti are the edges are not as smooth as atta roti or fulka roti. They are a little cracked. So once the tawa is heated, we'll put our roti on the tawa. The roasting technique is also just like fulka roti. So once you put it on the tawa, flip it after about 10 seconds and let the other side get cooked well. So while the roti is cooking, you will see air pockets or bubbles coming up. At this stage, you can flip it directly on the fire, and it comes up just like your fulka roti, and your akki roti is ready. It's a very simple recipe but tastes delicious with any gravy of your choice. Likewise, I will make the other rotis ready. Meanwhile, our chicken curry is also ready. You can see the gravy has thickened and the chicken is also very well cooked. It's time to plate. You can see the chicken gravy has got a beautiful red color because of the Kashmiri chili powder that we have used, and this is a mildly spiced gravy. Serve the chicken gravy with our soft and hot akki rotis. I was in love with these rotis when I first tasted them at Coorg when Diana used to make them for us for breakfast and dinner. So I hope you have enjoyed the Coorg style chicken gravy with akki rotis.